Welcome back to From Nine to Mom.
where we discuss balancing the 9 to 5 hustle with the beautiful chaos that we call motherhood.
And this week we're both back from vacation. Okay.
Rejuvenated?
Maybe, maybe, I
Eh,
guess. But I think we both have been through the ups and downs of eating on vacation
correct.
and having the kids eat through vacation. And like, I'm just sick of making food, making decisions about food, thinking about food for everyone. It's frustrating right now.
And we've talked briefly about this in other episodes, but I've officially entered the era of very picky eating. And on vacation, you don't have all the stuff that you normally have. And we ended up going to the same restaurant 3 times. Two reasons.
Yeah,
One, it
it was
has
good.
90-minute daycare. So the kids want to go there. They wanted to play at the playground,
Okay.
which is the daycare. So Jordan and I had 3 nights of 90 minutes of free babysitting at this ridiculously large grocery store restaurant in Naples. I don't know if you remember Oaks. They opened like seed to table,
Okay.
but they only wanted it was bucatini and meatballs, and that's all they wanted to eat. But this is where it gets dicey is Colton has decided to become a vegetarian.
It's
And
just crazy.
uh, bless his little heart. I have tons
I
of
know.
vegetarian friends that I've already reached out to. He doesn't want to eat animals, but here's the problem. He also doesn't want to eat legumes or tofu or protein of any other kind. He's
Yes.
eating nothing. So he will eat meatballs or chicken, but he's under the impression, and this is not my fault. I'm not the one who started it, but I have continued it and I'm starting to feel guilty. And this is where I need help. He thinks they're vegetarian.
Well, I think this is like the
And
healthy
I
line of like,
feel that.
where do you draw the line at things? It's hard because it's unfortunately this lie is for his health. Like he is a growing boy. Like
Yes.
he needs protein and things to like keep him
And
moving.
I bought all the things. The second he told me he was gonna be a vegetarian, I went out,
Yes, it's not like you're not being supportive and being
I
like,
reached
ha
out to
ha ha.
everyone, I bought all the alternatives and the supplements, took him to the doctor told him we're supposed to eat meat. I was like, "Listen, he doesn't wanna eat meat, I'm gonna help him." But he won't eat any of those other things. So like you said, I can't not give him the nutrients he wants. It affects his behavior, his growth, all those things. So what do you do?
Yeah, this is a hard thing because it's like obviously the picky eating comes from as they can make more conscious
Yep.
decisions of what they're eating. And usually, like, it's like the picky eating of like, I feel like Jack's age is like the prime time of it, of like, he only
Yes.
wants peanut butter and jelly or chicken nuggets. Like, he's unwilling to try new things like that aren't the usual. So, or like don't taste
Yep.
good. But now, like, Colton's like, building the awareness of what the food
Food
is, like,
is.
we haven't reached the point of, like, what is the food that I'm eating, and it is interesting because neither you or Jordan like, where did he learn it from? He
Well,
learned it
I'm
from
an
some
animal lover, as you know, and a lot of my good friends are vegetarian. So I eat a lot of interesting food because of them. And I love eating unique vegetarian food. That's not the issue. I wonder that overheard someone when
right?
they were here, or he just decided that he didn't want to eat. It started like we were eating chicken and he started crying, legitimately crying. And he was like, I love chicken. It's so delicious, but they're my best friends. And this is my fault because we get those chickens every year. And he's like, I don't want to eat my friends. So I don't want to eat meat anymore. And then I don't know if one of us said vegetarian or he said, I want to be a vegetarian. So that's how it started. And Daisy will eat anything. Literally, she's a garbage
Right.
person. Will eat. And that's how Colton used to be. He'd eat
That's
oysters, sushi.
but
It didn't
that's where,
matter.
like, they're at
Everything.
the stage where it's like they're willing to just try stuff like, they don't know.
Yeah, and if they
But
don't
they're
like
so,
it,
like,
they're
as
not
long
they
as you
spit
make
it
it
out,
regular. Yeah,
but they'll
yeah,
try it, and
right.
I think Daisy's learning a little bit from Colton with the snacks and stuff like that, but this is one of those adventures where you're like, "I don't even know how to
Yeah,
navigate through it," and if it were up to him, he'd only eat snacks.
uncomfortable.
I don't know if you guys are like that, like Uncrustables and chips and candy.
So there's like, I feel like we've had guests on here, just other people that you talk to, and everyone has different eating habits, whether it's like as the adults. And for their kids. It starts from like the choices of baby led weaning versus,
Yes.
are you going to cut up their stuff? Do you home make their purees? Do you buy, like, there's so many decisions that you can make along the way. And then you get to a certain your age and you're like, none of that mattered. First of all,
Everything I
none of
did
it
didn't
mattered.
matter, no.
They still are picky, like, even if they, like, went through the chart and picked out everything that you were supposed to try at 9 months old and, you tried it all and now they still want those things, but then you, like, get to a point too where they want snacks constantly, and I'm like, "Okay, I have 2 boys, like, I know that I need to feed them, like, I have to keep stuff rolling." But then it's like, if I don't have I was actually gonna make a video of it. If I don't have one of those snack trays that I've
Ready to
shared however
go.
many times I shared, like, consistently on the weekends, like, I am filling that every morning, sometimes again in the
Well,
afternoon.
you're better than me because you're taking the time to make the snack trays so they have
That's
options.
right.
I just have a bin of stuff in the fridge. Daisy likes to pick stuff out of the fridge, but if I laid out fruit and stuff, they would definitely eat it. But that's where it also gets challenging is because they won't eat all the stuff. But if you lay it out, they will snack on better, healthier things than if you just have it in baggies. But you're saying on the weekend, which makes sense. But during the week, we're Ver we're working constantly, all hours of the day, the night, whatever, trying to be good parents. I told Katie this earlier today, but I got an email from school asking Colton's already getting to school at 7:20 AM. They want him there earlier so he can have more time. School starts at 7:35 to get his breakfast and get settled in, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
how do you make, like, a kid who doesn't wanna wake up in the first place, a well-balanced meal, cut up the vegetables, cut up the fruit, and everyone says, "Oh, do it before." It always gets weird. Then they won't eat it because it's weird, and then you're like, "Screw it, I'm gonna do the best I can with Go-Go Squeeze and whatever else I can throw in this pouch." And
'Cause
I
then
feel
it
like it
doesn't
got
come
worse after the
home.
beach. I don't know if you feel that way.
Yeah. The beach, it's like, get a public sub and, like, the kids get Uncrustables and you bring whatever and, like,
Yeah.
everyone eats it and it's fun, but, yeah, they don't know the difference of those things, and the other thing is, like, so he's eating his meals at school during the week, which is good because they give him the balanced, they try, but, like, it still isn't the best food, like.
Yeah, because Jack buys, right? Like, Jack wants to buy lunch, Colton doesn't. So I'm packing, you're buying.
Yes, and I'm like, "Oh God," first of all. But it comes
Amen.
down to the difference of, like, I'd be giving him an Uncrustable every day or a grilled cheese, or he gets the peanut butter and jelly that's at school, and every now and then he'll try some other stuff. Like, the other day, he came home and told us that he ate a salad, and we're like, "You would never touch that, but maybe he did." I don't know.
Well, I
There's no way
found
to
out
know
from
either what
Colton's
they eat.
school that he was eating everything. Like, things he would not eat at home, he was eating everything there, and this was at daycare. His daycare had 2 chefs, and they made everything healthy. It was the best decision we made. He ate so well there,
Right,
and he'd be
and
like,
now
"It's
it's like,
better. It's better there." And we're sitting here like,
"Okay."
"Can I hire those chefs? Because you're eating way more vegetables and
Right.
fruit and protein there because 'cause they're
The thing.
hiding it in unique ways, but they're getting smarter."
Well, that's where, like, and it comes down to, like, on the weekends, I try to make a snack tray, like, literally, this was just this weekend, like, we're coming off of that, I don't do that every weekend, I can't
We're gonna
possibly keep
pretend you
enough
do.
fruit, like, I can't possibly keep enough fruit in the house, but then, like, the things that my kids like to snack on, chewy granola bars,
Love them.
not
Z
the
bars.
best,
My kids
but
love the
they're
Click
okay.
Z bars or whatever.
The Z bars are sometimes a hit, sometimes they go amiss here. We like Teddy Grahams, not good for
Scooby snacks at this house.
Scooby
Continue.
snacks, yes, or the Paw Patrol, like any of the, like, graham
Mhm.
crackery bears. We usually like fruit gummies, like,
Usually, that's the thing. I've bought in the wrong fruit gummies, and then it's like chaos.
don't get them. Currently, they have eaten the Annie's little bunnies of the fruit snacks,
Yep.
like, because 'cause I'm trying to get them away from the other stuff that's, like, just straight sugar and dye that,
Yeah.
like, I would have never thought twice about if I didn't get all this input from all of the things, and then, like, for lunches, they just want Uncrustables and chips, like, that's what they want,
No.
and I'm
Colton
like,
wants peanut butter jelly, Uncrustables, chips, like exactly the same thing. Daisy will eat salad. She'll eat so much healthier, but also it's hard
"Good girl."
to connect that. I got a note from her school being like, Daisy does not like her peanut butter and jelly. We will warm food up here. I'm like, so now I have to make, now Jordan and I are making 2
She
different,
wants a hot lunch, so
completely different lunches. So it's not even like I can do like We were making it all at once. I got all the snacks ready. You made the sandwiches. We had a rhythm. And now we can't even make the same sandwiches or food for the kids
because
because they don't even like the same stuff. So now I'm sitting here double the cost, right? Because that is a
yeah,
part of it. The financial aspect is
keeping
insane.
the things in the house is yeah, and then you try to get the healthy version of things, right? Like, if you
Yeah.
went and tried to get a healthy version of anything.
We both done Thrive Market, which I love.
And I'm trying not to do it all the time, but, like, every now and then. But then the other thing with that stuff, it's like, yeah, it's healthy because it comes with 3 chips in the bag,
Yeah.
and I paid double the price, so of course it's healthier because there's only 3 chips.
Well, and then they want more and more and more, and the 12 pack
I'm
is
like,
gone
"This
in
is
2
not
days instead of
realistic."
12 days.
Yes, so it's like, how does that it's like, where do you find the line of, like, what you give them? And then at some point you break down and, like, they just literally haven't eaten anything, I need to get something in them.
Yes, because their behavior, that part is true. They get so hangry or very emotional, and the sugar spikes do have an impact. Everyone I've talked to really does see that.
Yeah,
And I don't
yeah.
think we've talked about crunchy moms versus with everything. And it doesn't matter. I feel like you can get so much advice from all different sources. People have different experiences with their kids. We have different experiences with the same kid over time. So like I don't even feel like I'm
Totally.
feeding the same kid. And that's where it gets challenging because you think that you're doing the right things and you're trying all the stuff. You go to Sam's Club even, find all the healthy versions, buy a
And then you
120 pack, and then 2 days later they don't like that kind anymore. And you're giving it away for free
It's
on a
like that
Facebook
with fruit
Marketplace.
even. So, like, all of a sudden, they'll only want apples. Now, all of a sudden, they only want mandarin oranges. Now they only want blackberries. Oh, Jack doesn't like blackberries now. He wants raspberries. He wants blackberries. So keep them separate. Like, you can't keep up with how their mood changes through all of
No,
it.
and it's
And then
exhausting.
yeah, and then I'm like, I can't and then to even factor in, like, preparing our own food, I'm
Which
like, at
we
the end
don't
of this,
do.
I'm like, I guess I'm eating the other half of the Uncrustable, like, who has time to meal prep after I've made a snack tray 16 times on the weekend?
You don't, and you don't have time to meal prep, you don't have time to eat healthy, I just eat whatever scraps are left over, and now because Daisy like, even at the beach, we made our own sandwiches, and Colton wanted his Uncrustables or peanut butter and jelly. Daisy was eating Uncrustables, but then every day at the beach for, like, 3 days in a row, she would go from my sandwich to Jordan's sandwich, which was, like, turkey and cheese and whatever. Then we started having to, like I made my own sandwich, but I couldn't even eat my sandwich because Daisy ate both of our sandwiches, and we're both starving because it doesn't matter what I pack them. They want
Want
what I'm
whatever.
eating.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen, like, people that are like, the biggest hack is just whatever you want them to eat, put it on your plate, and then they're like and Kelvin's the one that does that. Jack doesn't ever
Yeah,
look at twice at what we're doing.
because
He'll,
he's
like,
too
look
old.
over,
That's
"What
the
is
thing.
that?"
Colton and Jack do not fall into this category anymore. They got their own brains. They're at
Right.
school, opinions of other kids, and I've gotten some good advice from other moms, like, is talking to them. Goodles, if your kids need
Yeah.
protein, Goodles because it's mac and cheese, but he only likes the one kind.
They only
But
want
I would
trash.
take advice from anyone at this point who has picky eaters, especially if your kid wasn't always a picky eater.
Yeah, because I think it's also something too of if you had a child that's a vegetarian that was choice by the entire family, because obviously they adopt at first, they're gonna adopt the family's eating habits. So if
Yes.
you're all vegan, like, you're only gonna feed them vegan meals, and that's the way they're gonna learn, and that's fine. It's different when it's like you've been feeding him one way and now he's made like a conscious decision, and now you're like, "Wait, how do I this isn't how I eat." So, like, I'm aware of some things, but now I don't know any of the tricks to try because
Yeah, I don't even
he just
know
I have to
what
tell him these chicken nuggets are vegetarian chicken nuggets so that
like,
he'll
I
eat.
would eat and so Daisy a bowl of chickpeas with vinegar on it. Colton
Yes.
won't touch a chickpea. So, that's not very like, he needs to eat it's just not very helpful, and I've talked to Jordan, like, maybe we should eat when we cook, we try and cook, like,
Make
twice a
them
week a vegetarian dinner together that we like, but Jordan and Daisy are gonna eat the steak off the cow at this point, so it's not really effective to try that.
well, yeah, I get that because Calvin is in his hot dog phase. We're having actually a hot dog themed birthday party next month for him.
I love
Um,
this. I did not know this. You know I love wieners.
he like, the past 3 months, it's been only thing
Can
that
I
he
get him a
wants.
hot dog costume for his birthday?
Yeah, he'll love that.
Yeah, no.
He just takes them straight down. He doesn't want a bun, nothing. He just wants to eat the
He's
dog.
just, like, sucking glizzies down. Done.
Many glizzies. Like, we're me and Ryan have just made so many comments about, like, from The Office when they're having the hot dog eating. We're like, "Dip it in water, it'll slide down your
It's
gullet
fine.
fast."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That is
he's funny with
amazing,
it.
but
But he
that's
just takes it out and eats it, but he
it's
wants
protein.
you have to serve him the bun,
Oh, he
and
wants
then
the presentation.
yeah,
He just
yeah,
doesn't
wanna eat
wanna
it with
eat
it, yeah.
that piece. I It's a good thing because he's getting all the protein without, you know, the
But then
additional
then all the things I'm looking at, I'm like, "Okay, I can't just feed him hot dogs every day." Like,
because
how
we
much
look at too much
crap is
stuff.
in it.
That's the problem too. We're
I
so
know.
overeducated at this point, which is
Yep.
great that we know way more than our parents did, but, like, everything they eat, you're like, "Oh, there's nitrates, there's too much sodium, there's."
There's apps to tell you you scan so I know people that scan every single thing that they eat, and it's like, I know, but, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, he wants a hot
Likes hot
dog.
dogs.
So, like, we're gonna try to do, like, some chicken dogs and, like, some things. I bought chicken sausage this week to
You'll have to
try.
let me know how it goes. Did you ever as a kid, this is nothing to do with picky eating, but one of my favorite meals as a kid was when my mom would make Kraft mac and cheese and cut up Oscar Mayer wieners and put them
Yeah.
in the mac and
So,
cheese.
I didn't my Steph, my older sister, loved that, but I just ate the mac and cheese regular. I actually went through a big phase where I didn't eat cheese at all when I was little.
That is absolutely, like, blasphemy, like, to me. I just
Yeah,
can't
I was
imagine a
like I
time.
got, like, really grossed out by cheese for the longest time. I also probably from, like, 8th grade till the time I was a senior only ate chicken Caesar salads. That was, like, the only thing I would eat.
That was, like, your only choice of food?
Yeah, like, if we went anywhere, like, I had to get a chicken Caesar salad.
I
You
went
know how
through a
sensitive I
phase.
am to, like, my stomach and, like, things, and I think it was part of that, like, I just knew
You
that
were pre I
I
did the
could eat
same thing when
that.
I met Jordan for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to, like, look like a demure little
I
angel.
just eat salads.
2,
That was not what I was doing.
I did not wanna poop anywhere,
That's I
like,
think more
anywhere.
yeah. Yeah.
So, I wouldn't eat, and I would order he loved it because 'cause I'd order a meal, and then he would get to eat it, and then when he really figured out that I do eat, but I ate that period of life was probably, like, 3 or 4 years. It went into college because I don't know if you're, like, dining hall. I would eat tuna fish with mustard with nothing else or chickpeas and vinegar. Sometimes I'd put feta cheese or, like, shredded cheese from the salad bar on it, and I lived on that for years.
So my go-to was that I would go to our dining hall and I would go to the salad bar, do a set they did, like it wasn't a salad bar, it was like you had to order it and they'd mix it for you.
Okay. Oh, that's kinda
So,
cool.
like, I would
Bougie.
do that, and then I'd get grilled chicken, so I'd get, like, 2 pieces of grilled chicken and the salad with just oil and vinegar on it, or a Caesar, and, like, that's the things that I would that was pretty much it.
Remember back
Or I'd
then
get
when we would just eat healthy and
and then sometimes I'd get, like, a bowl of spaghetti. We used to go they had, like, the same every week, like, there were themes to the week like, the days. Like, so, like,
I'm trying to remember. I can't remember.
Monday was always steak night, and then, like, Wednesday was, like, burger day. There somebody will remember from Fredonia the other ones, and then Friday was always Cheesy Friday, and it was, like, grilled cheese, mac and cheese at every dining hall on campus.
Did you eat cheese at that point?
Yes, yeah.
So that was a good night for you.
It was, like, a short period of like, no
When we
cheese.
moved off campus, that's when we started eating like absolute garbage people. It was like a
Yeah, because
box of
you're like,
Franzia
"Okay, wait,
and
I have a
taco dip
couple
for dinner.
dollars." Yeah, you're like, "I have a couple bucks, like, I have a car, I can go through drive-through," like,
This is fine. We're gonna survive. And then we think about we ate all that stuff. Who knows what this
it's too late at this
it's
point,
too late
right?
for
Like, you
us.
eat
We're
that
trying to do
like
better for our kids, but we grew up in an era where we ate all that stuff. We're okay. We're fine.
I know. Then you see the videos though of people being like, "Look at the yeah, back when we were kids, look at the ingredients that were in Gatorade. Now look at the ingredients that are in Gatorade today." Like, it's different than
It
just
is
10 years
different, and
ago.
there's so many additives and being gluten free, and everyone getting upset with me. But like, there's that wasn't always in all the food, right? So it's just gotten they're trying to make more with less good ingredients over time because then obviously of capitalism and money and all that stuff. And we're the only country, not the only country, we are known for not being as stringent about our
Mhm.
rules. So we have to be even more careful with the kids. But I feel like the constant like feedback and an inundation of information and all that makes it difficult. And then as your kids get older, like we're talking about, they have more opinions and you want them to eat things they like. You don't want them to have an unhealthy relationship with food. You don't want to lie and say they're vegan
Right.
chicken nuggets or whatever, but like
Forever.
he's got it forever. He's got to eat something or he's going to turn
Well,
into
you
a
also don't know if
mush.
you don't know if this is gonna be short term. Like, maybe he'll get over it. Like, he's gonna start getting really freaking hungry.
Yes, and that's what my concern is, like, and if they eat the doctor says if they eat peanut butter and jelly for every meal and a vegetable and a fruit, they're fine. That's fine. They just need the balanced food groups, but I want to be able to send him on his way and his journey and be able to go places and not have my kid be at people's houses being like, "Yeah, no."
Or yeah, like, God forbid he went on a sleepover and just doesn't eat the whole 24 hours he's there.
Yeah, yesterday night, I'm not kidding, his stomach grumbled. He was so hungry because he didn't eat dinner. He didn't eat what we had, and I will always give him food if he's hungry because he's ginormous. Because his stomach was, like, growling, like, like, audibly could hear how hungry he was, so we ended up eating again, but it's like, now we're eating at 9:30 because you didn't eat enough protein to hold you over our 6:30 meal. I don't know, I'm exhausted. It's another full-time job.
It is such a hard balance though, because we've had that where, like, Jack will come down the stairs at, like, 8:30, 8:45 and be like, "I'm hungry." Or the most recent thing he's done is, like, we try not to do this, but, like, we try to eat with the kids during the week, I'm talking,
Same.
weekends are different, but sometimes, like, we'll eat after they go to bed because 'cause they're still going to bed at 7:45, 8 o'clock. So, like,
Yes.
we can it's not great, but we sometimes you have to. So then, like, if we're cooking something that smells, he comes down the stairs, "What smells so good? I'm hungry."
You will? That's so funny.
And I'm like, "We don't" like, you know how us with our routines, like, we don't get if he ate enough at dinner, I'm like, "Okay, I wouldn't." But then I always am, like, guilty immediately after. I'm like, "Did I just let him go to bed hungry?" Like, you think so much about it, and I'm like, "No, he's fine. He did eat a chicken nugget, like, he ate the dessert or what like,
Yes.
he ate stuff, but you just feel guilty because he's like, "I'm hungry," and then you have to decipher, is it just a ploy to get out of bedtime,
Well,
or
that's the
is he
biggest
actually
question.
hungry?
Are we trying to get out of bed, going to bed, or are we actually hungry? And I think for me, it was when he would start like Colton's huge, Jack's getting
Yeah,
big too. And I asked the doctor about it, and he's like, if he's hungry, like if he's truly hungry, like you'll know. And it was like I said, I could hear his stomach
yeah,
growl
like,
or he'd
he
start crying. It wasn't like I want to extend. So now we always have a snack and a water in the room so that if he's hungry, it's there. So we're not like getting up, going to get like the
yeah.
extension isn't existing.
No, it's just so hard to be able to tell, and then you're like, "I don't wanna build bad habits," and then it's like, I don't know, like,
Everything is
how do
I'm
you know?
learning that everything is like you're creating behaviors. No matter what you do, good or bad, everything we do is creating a behavior. And I think sometimes as a working family, when two people work, you're already trying to balance your two schedules. Then your kids are different ages, they're in different schools. Both of us are in that place where our kids are not in the same daycares or school. And so you're balancing two jobs or more, 2 kids or more, and yourself and your own needs, and that's where it becomes very difficult to like, you're a routine person, but it is difficult to build routines and behaviors when things are constantly changing and you're constantly running, and it's almost to the point where you're like, "Do we stop everything?" Because every extracurricular activity puts a kink in the plan. They're getting a snack at soccer, right? Colton's getting like, it depends on what you're doing. So I feel like it makes it even more challenging because it's the consistency is just so difficult to build.
It is, and we're gonna enter and then it's like, yeah, you're saying, like, your routine lasts for, like, a max month and a half, and
Mhm.
then something happens. Somebody gets sick, somebody like, the different changes of the time of year or whatever it is, so, like, summer coming up, we're or even just sports starting for us, like, we have had 1 night a week right now, but we're gonna go to 3 nights a week, somebody's got something, and it's like, now practices also for us 2 nights a week are 6:30 to 7:30. We're usually in the bath at 7:30.
Yes, and that changes everything because now you're pushing everything back an hour and there's no way around it because sports go till
Yep,
that late. That's what's
yeah,
happening with Colton and even Daisy now will be doing dance at night and it just adds stuff into the mix where you can't keep the same pace and summer is difficult because They're not in school. So Jack's been ordering lunch every day. He's not going to be
I'm gonna
ordering lunch,
I'm gonna have to pack it every day for summer camp.
right?
And
And
they're
that's
like,
the other thing.
there's no refrigerator, it has to be
No
something that
peanut
can live.
butter, no
Ours didn't
peanuts.
say no peanut butter,
A lot of
but
mine are like no peanuts. So then it's sun butter, which the kids love sun butter, thank God. But it's another thing that you have to remember.
yeah, that's bad. I will double check so that I'm not like the bad parent that sends peanut butter, but like I truly don't know what he'll eat if I don't send peanut butter and jelly every day.
They do, I think you may have told me this. They do have sun butter Uncrustables, like Target brand or
Do
whatever.
they?
So just a
I've
heads
been
up.
trying to find to like a better Uncrustable than like the Smucker's Uncrustable because those are good. But like, where's the like?
They don't like them. I've tried the alternatives. They can tell the difference. It is
Is
ridiculous.
there like a healthy version though, like on whole wheat bread or like some?
Yeah, I think Target makes them. I bought them before.
I gotta go look because I gotta try, right? Like I
You
gotta
gotta
try
try
it. What
it.
if they like
Yeah, if
them?
anybody knows, like, and is listening, please
Yeah,
tell us. We want the healthier alternatives that aren't gonna like
right.
break the bank or make me like become Susie Homemaker overnight because I don't have it in me.
Someone just said to me, I forget who said it. I was like, I'd wish that there was like a better Uncrustable. And they're like, yeah, it's called making them at home. And I was like, that's not the point. Like, I want to buy them all done and I want to send it frozen. So then it's still like decent when he
He's
gets
making them at
for
home. I've
lunch.
made them at home, but I'm still using
I,
grape jelly.
my mom brought me the press that like
Me
makes
too.
them into an Uncrustable. And yeah, you gotta like, you gotta buy healthy. It's just too
What's
much.
healthier? Tell me what I could put in there that makes it healthy.
I already don't have time in the morning, and now I gotta make a fresh Uncrustable, or I guess you could get into but then, like, how do I have time on the weekend to mass produce 15 Uncrustables? 'Cause, you know that there's gonna be weeks where you have to send 2. I have to start a little shop in my house to mass produce
Listen,
Uncrustables.
it's a side hustle. Start mass
You
producing
know what? Here we go.
healthy Uncrustables. Rochester, New York, if you're interested. Katie
From
is going to
9 to
have
mom,
Katie's
Uncrustables.
Crustables or Katie's Crust Free Creations and logo to be determined, but she's going to make them for all of you.
That's it. We're gonna end it here, and I'm gonna just go on my, Uncrustable making journey.
Yeah, I'll do Danny's Delicious Desserts and I'll make some
Perfect.
like
You
healthy
gotta make, like, a
desserts.
vegetarian brand or
Yeah, I'm
something.
going to do, yeah, I'm going to start a whole thing. Just wait. I just got the neck thing so that I can take like video content when I'm doing stuff.
Okay.
So we will introduce some vegetarian cooking shows
Vegetarian cooking channel. You
from a
and
person
Jordan
who
every
doesn't cook
night.
regular food. So this is going to be good. Really good.
And Jordan that cooks meat only.
Yep. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. So with that, we're open to suggestions because clearly we don't have it all figured out, but it's time for
Nothing.
us to clock back into the 9 to 5 so we can afford those Uncrustables.
We'll see you guys next
See you
time.
later.